What is going on, guys? I am outside of my house because I've got a crazy video for you guys. One of the most special cars on the channel. After today's video, will never be the same again. Last night, I took out a very special car of mine, and as you guys can see, things didn't exactly go as planned. It has been a very tough morning, a very tough night, honestly. But beyond everything, I'm just happy to be alive, man. The last few weeks have just been an absolute shit show for me. So many different crazy things going on in every single direction, and I have been trying my absolute best to stay optimistic. It has just been one thing back to back to back. Long story short, as you guys see, there's a very destroyed truck behind me. I took one of the cars out here in front of my house yesterday, just trying to do a little bit of testing, if you will. And upon losing traction in one of the cars, I couldn't keep the car in the lane and was going over past the yellow lines. Now, as you guys can see behind me, it resulted in quite a bit of damage just because the driver of the truck was attempting to avoid hitting me, thankfully, and keeping me alive. But unfortunately, what happened to the truck and the car was not so good. Aside from just being thankful that I am alive, I am even more thankful that the two occupants of this truck are alive. Let me explain why. As you guys can see by the front of the truck there, they were able to miss the car, not hitting us. But as you guys see, whenever they swerved out of the way, if I'm coming this way and I accidentally swerve into their lane, they're going this way. You guys can see the marks down there. Trying to avoid me, swerved around a little bit, but unfortunately went off of the road too much. And unfortunately, they were not able to regain control of the truck. And so they completely crashed off of the road into a bunch of trees. If you guys have seen Final Destination, this is why this brings tears to my eyes almost. This is so scary. These guys barely missed and almost got straight up shish kebabbed by this tree. They were going to be turned into a skewer. That could have went through the windshield, you know what I mean? Instead, they missed this by feet. They kept going and ended up crashing into the trees down here in front of my neighbor's house. And as you guys can see, the truck wasn't even able to move again. So what they did was they got the truck towed out from the woods, pulled it over here, and now as you guys see, they are strapping everything on the truck down so that way they can transport the truck without it blowing everything everywhere. The worst part about this is that these were just Lowe's delivery drivers, dude. They were going to install some appliances in a house local to here. And of course, because of me being an idiot, we all almost lost our lives today. And that's really, I think, the purpose of me making this video is just to set my pride aside and remind you guys that life is precious. You've got to be careful. You can't act reckless. You can't, even on a back road where you wouldn't think anything would happen. Sometimes things just get taken a little bit too far, and in this case, it really can affect a lot of other people. And obviously, as you can see, with how close this was to resulting in such a bad situation for the occupants of this truck, I don't even necessarily care as much about the car. Cars can be replaced. I can always build another car. So whenever they crashed into all of the trees and everything, it ripped off the side of the box truck, and there were refrigerators tumped out and everything, man. All the glass right there from the cab literally just got blown out into their lap, all in sheets. It's pretty crazy. A seriously intense situation. And you can imagine, I'm just doing a little launch. I didn't think it was gonna get sketchy. I'm right here, I see the truck coming, but I'm like, okay, this will be, nothing really. I take off, and the car just gets a little bit loose. And thankfully, because of the driver swerving, we didn't make a head-on collision. However, I was unable to recover my vehicle as well, especially after seeing in the rearview mirror them crashing. I almost didn't even pay attention, and it really makes me sick to my stomach to even want to go show you guys this car. I'm just gonna wait until they get this truck out of the way, make sure that this is all good, and then I'm gonna show you guys the car and I guess talk about what we're gonna do from here. Oh, yeah. See ya. And it is gone. Now the walk of shame. Today's video is going to change everything. Today's video is super impactful, and today is a day that I am not going to forget for a long time. You know why? Because today is April Fool's, bitch. Sorry to break your heart. The Corvette is perfectly fine. The Corvette is A-okay, but we do have a lot of big things that we're planning to do starting right now, and I gotta give you guys some backstory. The truck that crashed, they were just texting and driving. They crashed outside of the front of the house. I thought it was just a way too golden of a moment to capture. I had to, you know. Okay, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I'm not an idiot as much as you guys think. In fact, today's video is about to escalate quite a bit, and you're not gonna forget the video still. You know why? Because today we're putting a new exhaust on this car, and it's only gonna be there for a little bit because I've already gone ahead and scheduled an appointment with Boost District out in Texas to take this car down, get twin turbos put on it, and go film a ton of content out in the Texas area coming up very, very soon. And again, the craziest part about this is a giveaway car. Right now it's just a 6.com. Every purchase of a t-shirt, a hat, a hoodie, a bracelet is getting you entries towards not only our BMW M4 that is a stick shift that makes 800 horsepower. That car ends in just days from now. We have $444 in bonus entries towards both giveaways with every purchase. And just to raise the bar a little bit, like I said, we're doing twin turbos on this car as well because the stock horsepower is just not enough. But anyway, let's get all of this stuff moved out of the way because over here on the shelf, we've got quite a bit more parts to install on the Corvette. And this is gonna be a long video, so sit back, buckle up, and grab some popcorn. But before we get into the video, guys, I've got to tell you about today's video sponsor, Sunday Lawn Care. As you guys know, summertime is right around the corner, and luckily, Sunday makes lawn care easy. Ordering with Sunday is easy, being that they've got a plan system, meaning that they send you specific products catered to your lawn. This is Sunday's Grass Powerhouse. This one bag covers 5,000 square feet of lawn. That's crazy. As you guys see here with the directions, you simply attach the pouch and hose to a sprayer. Do not drink. Woo! Put that sprayer in there. And just to show how serious these guys are about the lawn business, they actually send you a sampler, literally to collect a soil sample. They even send you a baggie to send your soil sample back to keep your lawn headed in a very healthy direction. Oh, and if you're worried about having to send back this test tube, don't, because they've already sent you the box and the shipping label. Let's go get this taken care of. Sunday uses ingredients that you can actually pronounce and is better for people, pets, and the planet. Sunday has easy application and step-by-step instructions on your account. Plus, Sunday ships right to your door. Whenever you see all my grass out here, bright green coming up soon, just like that dang Kia Soul, you guys will know why. Sunday, baby, yeah. But don't just take my word for it, guys. A good yard is a great gift for anybody, even if you don't have one of your own. So go to getsunday.com and use code IT'sJustA625 to save 25% off your first lawn plan. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and hop back into today's upload. So since the Roadrunner is on the big lift, I'm gonna move the BMW out of the way. We're gonna use this little mini bin pack lift here just to show you guys how handy these little max jacks are. They're really, really cool. Again, these fit in a normal size garage, so they are very handy for anybody that just does DIY stuff. But anyway, we're gonna get the BMW moved out of the way and get started installing a titanium C8 exhaust from Valvetronic. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like and even more so what it sounds like. It's gonna be nuts. Beautiful sounding. Anyway, let's get this thing moved out so I can fit the C8 over here. Hopefully we'll have enough room. I'm pretty sure we will though. Trying to make this thing loud. Just doesn't even sound like a Corvette at the moment. Stock exhaust, kind of whack. Even though it is a Z51, so it's got the valved exhaust from factory, which is cool, must admit. But doesn't even deserve to be yelling cold start for that. You know what I mean? We're gonna fix that. Look at these two. Can we just take a moment of appreciation? Like, are you serious? Look at the two specs of this car and think about the fact that just a few years ago, we started doing giveaways and I was giving away a $2,000 Miata. That was our first giveaway car. I just hit the fucking trailer. Wow, I'm sitting here talking to the camera. Let's see how bad I just fucked up. Wow, as I'm talking to it too. That's incredible. I've never done, oh, good. You know what's perfect about this? Literally the only saving grace here, this fucking part is about to get removed because of the fact that we're doing turbos. So it's about to have all of this missing and a carbon trim piece here. Well, now I've officially wrecked both of the giveaway cars. Wow, I've just right into it. No, look at that. It just kissed it. I'm an idiot. I'm officially an idiot. Caught on camera. I'm a dumbass caught on camera. Looks like we're doing a full carbon fiber rear valence on this car now to match with the twin turbos that are coming up soon. Damn it. That's exactly what happened to the BMW. I accidentally curbed the wheels, and next thing I know, I had to buy crazy forged HRE wheels for that car. I guess everything does happen for a reason, man. Dang. All right, I got it out of my system. That was the last giveaway car that I'm having any kind of crash situation in. Right there, here in the driveway with the trailer. I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that. What the? Would you mind pulling me out so I don't hit anything?
I'm in the spirit, apparently. Josh, can you throw a picture up on screen of a carbon fiber rear end with the turbo setup? Yeah, we're gonna do that. This is, no. That was God saying, hey, take it a little bit further, Cap. And our little Max Jax lift should be perfect for this application, baby. Yeah, I still can't believe that. That is so funny. And it was on video. I can't even be mad. Anyway, we back in the BMW. We're not gonna crash this one out. In fact, this time I only have to drive from here to there, and I should be able to make it if I'm careful. Eyes on the prize, eyes on the prize. I think I could get there. Honestly, I really do. We can leave it here because here in a few days, we're gonna be calling a winner for this car. I can't even believe that, dude. This is probably gonna be the last time that it started up until we're moving it around just to call the winner. And it could be you, just a reminder, taking home a stick shift, 800 horsepower BMW. What the heck, dude? Can you imagine that sight in your garage? That's trippy. Carbon wang, carbon tips from Valvetronic. Huge shout out to them again. We're about to do another exhaust from them, but carbon roof, carbon interior, carbon bucket seats. Like what the? This is the highest spec M4 that you can almost get, minus a CSL, I guess. Carbon everything up front, baby. Yeah. We got to match the same intensity of this BMW on the C8, so we're definitely gonna be throwing a lot more carbon on it very soon. You obviously can see up front, it's already got plenty of carbon, the lip, the hood, the entire little fins here, but there's more that we have planned. Here in a moment, we're gonna have to disassemble everything back here, pull the rear wheels off, obviously after we get the car lifted up. Then we gotta pull everything off back here, get that stock exhaust pulled out the way, and I guess start installing our new exhaust, which by the way is over here, so let's go grab that. Just a little sneak peek here. Ooh, dude, a titanium exhaust is crazy. Only things that I've had titanium on are the McLaren 720S and the black car, the drag car here, the turbo kit for it. So this is gonna be actually quite insane, to be honest with you. But before we can get started, let's go ahead and get the car lifted up off the ground. I swear this little mini lift is the coolest thing in the world to me. You already know what's up. I'm a smart fella. So you already know I got the tools ready to go. First step, we gotta pull off a few little nuts and clips, bolts, and ultimately the entire rear bumper has to come off. Allegedly on these cars though, it's not that difficult. I don't know. We're gonna find out together. Oh, we've got the bolts out of the bottom down there. Something like so. Yeah. Both of those out. Now next, stock C8 wheel out of the way. A few more Torx in here. Merlin, don't you even try. Every time I start recording, he think he's slick. He think he's gonna come up in here. Anyway, now that we got the fender liner back a little bit, inside of here we have access to 2 more 7mm bolts up there. This is literally impossible for even my eyes to see, so I don't have good faith in the camera seeing, my bad. 2 bolts out. Get this fender liner popped off. Freaking Corvette tech right here. All right, so all of this is all loosened up, I'm pretty sure now. So next step, we gotta grab me step ladder. Merlin, you are not slick, bro. And now we have a ton of these little bolts of junk. I'm pretty sure this is all that's holding this bumper on, and to be fair, if that's it, then it is quite an easy removal. Probably shouldn't stand on the thing with wheels, but here we are. All right, so in theory, I think it's loose. Yeah. All right, buddy, old pal. Would you want to come be a lad and help me grab this bumper off of here? But if you want, I just need you to hold right here. I'm going to pull it. If you could just hold this and not let it fall. The bumper is officially a little loose now. Okay, we can back it off a little. And now there's somewhere going to be plugs. Oh, there's only one plug. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's not actually the only one. I lied. No. Surprisingly easy to remove, to be real. So now we can go ahead and remove the exhaust valve connectors. We're gonna have to take those motors off and reuse them on the new exhaust, which is gonna be so cool. We'll have the valves that still work on the button. That'll be sick. We really don't even have that much left now. Next up, we gotta get in the trunk of this thing and remove the latches for the target top here. There we go. I'm gonna take out these little screw-in inserts here, a few little push pins, and now the entire carpet section should just want to come out of here. There you go, whole trunk liner. Oh yeah. Next up, we gotta get this giant panel out of here, and so there are more of these T15 screws everywhere. What? Hey, and there we go. Right into the air box of the car, actually.
Which is soon going to be replaced with some air filters for twin turbos.
That's where the air filter and everything is, if you ever got to replace the air filter on a stock C8. Now at this point, you can get up here, and as you guys see, it's pretty easy to access these exhaust flange bolts that are holding on the factory catback. So I'm just going to get those loosened up in here. Oh yeah, easy. I'm honestly pretty stoked to see how it's going to sound after everything. We have some race pipes as well to delete the cats, but I'm not sure if we're going to do that yet, since we're going to do turbos and everything. I'm not 100%, but we'll see. It's probably going to be very loud, I know that much. 2 driver's side nuts are off, and now we've got to get 3 off from over here. All right, all the exhaust flange bolts are removed from the top side. Got me a little blood. Now down from the bottom side, apparently somehow through here, there's like an easier access point for this next bolt. So like you could have an exhaust like that, or you could get a Valvetronic exhaust. I promise it's gonna sound better than that. Oh yeah, from way down here, I can actually kind of get to it. That's funny. Dude, I was like that. Oh, there we go. Last nut, holding on the entire stock catback. So next up, all I've got to do is pull these exhaust hangers on the back, support 70 pounds of exhaust, and slide it out. Yeah. And there we go, stock exhaust out of the way. I just got to transfer all the hangers and the little motors right here for the valves. That's it. Now that we got the factory exhaust all out of the way, we can begin installing the new Valvetronic titanium exhaust up onto the Corvette. And the install is way easier than the removal, being that this exhaust is way smaller, a lot lower profile, and overall just way easier to get to these bolts. So let's go ahead and remove this hardware. These are if you use the race pipes, which as you guys see over there, they did send us race pipes, which is essentially a cat delete. However, I don't have a tune for the car just quite yet, and since we're doing turbos just around the corner, I'm gonna save that to put on the car with the turbos, so that way it can be tuned in and we actually make a little bit more power with the turbos. So that's a much better time to install those anyway. So I'm gonna keep those with us whenever we go down for the turbo install. But for now, I'm gonna show you guys what it would sound like if you threw one of these titanium exhausts up on your Corvette and it was still catted. Before I start this up, as you guys see, I got oil all over here. I'm gonna clean it all up because we don't want it to cook into there. But this is angled. There's an angled flange here, so I need to see which orientation. I almost feel like it's going to be upwards, maybe. Yeah, something tells me it's probably going to be upwards. I'm going to slide this unit up into place now that we have verified there's a gasket in there. Now I'm just going to tighten down these little nuts a little bit. And despite it being a little tight, it's actually pretty easy to get to be honest with you. Now we're just going to put some old extensions on, Sean. Now I'm going to take a 13mm wrench and get in there just to make sure that they are all tightened down. I've actually got to get those from the top. Oh dang, that's already pretty tight. Oh, that one's not. Nice, nice. I've got one more. This one was easiest to get to with the wrench from the very bottom, I remember. This is literally what working on cars is. It's just like a bunch of different tools to get in different places to tighten the most inaccessible freaking nuts and bolts and cussing at everything while you do it, and that's it. Alrighty, we've got one pipe on, a little titanium on the C8, the first bit of titanium. Damn, somewhere I keep getting little bits of fiberglass in me. You see this? Look at these little, that's the worst, dude. Whenever you keep getting fiberglass on you and I keep rubbing my shirt and I just feel like the little prickles. I'm like, what? I don't even know where it's coming from. Next up, this one. Oh, this is where I'm getting it from. I just had it happen. Ow. This is fiber. No, we ain't doing that no more. Hell no. So what I'm thinking here, I'm gonna leave this side just a little loose. That way it can still spin around. Look at that, it can point this way, it can point up, it can point this, it can go everywhere. So I'm gonna leave that loose because titanium has a tendency to crack once it heats and cools and heats and cools a bunch of times, especially if there's a bind on it from improper fitment like this. So whenever you're installing this exhaust, just remember, as you guys can see, there's a lot of movement on this side, so leave that loose. You can always tighten it from the top side. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, remove the mufflers off of the X pipe here, and I'm gonna start installing this thing. It is crazy how light this is. It is genuinely goofy. So this should slide in something around here. Oh yeah, that's gotta be pointed up then. This is gonna be easy. What the heck? All I gotta do now is just slide these mufflers on, put the hangers in place, and I think it's done. Valvetronic made that extremely easy, to be honest with you. That's nuts. Once you get the stock one out of the way, the install is just cake. See, now you see why guy came through and he said, on the back bumper, right? We needed that cut out so we could see this. You know what I'm saying? He's watching out for us, bro. That's all. All right, let me put some clamps on here and finish out the muffler section, and I guess we'll be good to start it up. I've also got to pull off all the little electric motors here that control the valve from the stock exhaust and transfer it over to the new one. So these inner valves here that I just took out actually aren't even going to be used on the exhaust itself. It deletes those valve sections with this X pipe. So it's pretty much a straight through exhaust at that point. However, the valves from the corners that I just took off on the outside, we are going to use again. So I'm going to stick these over here. Old OEM valves are now installed into this new muffler section here. I just got to get new hardware, cinch it down, connect it all into place with these bands, plug it in, and we are literally almost done, dude. And the rain is picking up pretty good now. Isn't it wild? It always rains on this channel whenever good stuff happens. I don't understand it. It's so strange. Such a weird concept if you really think about it. I really don't get it. All right, everything is bolted in, tightened down. All I've got to do is put the trunk liner in, the bumper on, the wheel liners back in, and this car is ready to roll down the freaking road, dude. All using the factory valve system, so it shouldn't have any issue at all. Everything's connected, as you guys see there. The tips are all aligned. All I've got to do is get up there, tighten up the last bolts right up at the very front, and that's it. Can't honestly say enough good stuff yet again about Valvetronic exhaust, man. These things are incredible to look at in person. Almost don't even want to put the bumper back on it, to be honest with you. Before I throw the bumper back on though, the previous rear valence, as you guys saw, kind of covers all this, but it's so beautiful. I don't think I can cover that up, so I have an idea. This piece is already cracked anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull off the entire lower portion of this valence, so that way we can see the exhaust better. Plus it would make me feel better about what happened. And there we go, whole crack piece off and out of the way, and now just the bumper is left, and I think this is gonna look a lot better. Let's get this thrown on. You see where it goes on the side, kind of? Well, there we go. I've got everything moved out of the way. Exhaust is all tightened down. I put the bumper on, obviously. Fender liners back in, wheels back on. This just looks insane. All right, let's go ahead, lower the car down to the ground and hear what it sounds like. One of you guys could be taking this thing home, by the way. Go to It's6.com or the BMW. Can't even believe it. All right, very first startup, dude. I can't wait to hear what this thing sounds like, to be honest with you. I have a very, very good feeling it's gonna be amazing. Cold start. Oh my gosh. That's with the valves closed. Let's open the valves and see. Oh, what? All right, I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, but for still having cats in it, what? This car sounds good. Oh, let me get it moved out of here. Really just sounded so plain beforehand, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. The fact that I hit that little valence backing up, that I really just feel like was definitely for a reason, because the way it looks from behind right now is insane. All right, let's see what it looks like on the ground. No, bro, what on? No, that looks crazy. You can't even lie to me. That looks nuts. For somebody that comes up behind this car in traffic, that looks crazy to me. What? The fact that it's still working on the valves like it's supposed to, amazing. This car sounds so freaking good now. I can't wait to go get it out on the road and get some flybys with it. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm gonna go get changed real quick, and we're gonna go take this thing out on the road, see what it sounds like, and grab some dinner. I really cannot believe how much of a transformation
this has made, I don't even know. It just leveled up so much in my opinion. I almost want to get some kind of bright bronze wheel or something like that to match it. That would be just, I don't even know. That has exceeded my expectations, and I really think my favorite part about it is the fact that the rear valence is missing. I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad. I can't even lie to you. This sounds good. This sounds so freaking good for a C8. It sounds so crispy, refined, clean, but I can tell at those top RPM bands, it's gonna start speaking a little bit loud. It's so deep, I can literally feel it in my chest. Golly, look how good it looks, man. That titanium after a heat cycle is really starting to flash now. Holy cow. That is sick. I want to go get this thing out on the road and see how it drives with that new exhaust. It might have picked up a little bit of horsepower, but mainly, as you guys have seen through the past, doing exhaust on a car is everything. It changes the driving experience tremendously because the car doesn't feel so tame. It really reminds you what you're driving. And finally, this thing sounds like a freaking Corvette. Chevy does good with these cars. They're obviously so sick, but the stock exhausts are so underwhelming. This was needed. Good stuff, Valvetronic. Let's go. All right, now I can't even take it. Let's go get it out of the road, man. Coming up soon with this car, I've got a few more mods. You guys got to keep notifications on. There's some good stuff coming, but we got a carbon fiber wheel from C2 Customs that I've got to put in. Some new trim, because as you guys see, this, yeah, kind of had a little cracky going on. I've got to replace an AC line. I've got to install the entire frunk on the car because there's no front trunk at the moment. And a few other things that you guys will see. It's going to be pretty cool. All in prep for our twin turbo setup that's going on very soon. I really can't even believe it still. And again, there's just a few days left until we're calling a winner for this car. And right now at itsjustasix.com, every single purchase of a hat, a bracelet, a hoodie is gonna get you 444 bonus entries with every order to both of these giveaways. This is honestly insane. It's the very best time ever to purchase off of the website, ever, being that this is our biggest giveaway and the biggest entry event to both. So like, what, this is, just go to itsjustasix.com. Okay, first drive with a titanium exhaust on a C8, dude. Typically would only expect something like this on like a very nice supercar. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be argued that this is kind of like the American supercar, you know, especially the Z06. I don't care what anybody says. The CA Z06 is a supercar. I'll stand on that. I don't even care, bro. Like straight up. I got to get out and get some pictures of this thing with the new exhaust too, man. It looks so good. The roads are a little bit wet, as you guys saw. Was sprinkling a little bit, but like I said, for some reason the best things on this channel always happen when it rains, so I don't complain. I really love the fact that this exhaust sounds pretty mild and tame down low. It's very nice if you're just trying to commute back and forth to work. You don't want something that's going to get you pulled over. Pretty cool, but I already know that once we start getting on it a little bit, it's going to be quite nice. Yeah, definitely sounds good. Golly. What's even crazier is that this thing still has cats in it. Oh, it really does honestly pull quite a bit more. I almost want to say that I can actually feel a pretty good bit of horsepower and torque increase from that. That's kind of nuts. It's obviously way more free flowing, way less restrictive, so I mean, it really would make sense. I really can't get over how well these CAs handle, but I mean, it's a mid-engine car, but dang, dude, it's so easy to forget that you're driving a Corvette. Like, we're even on wet roads. This thing just carves like nothing. A little bit of traction loss? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it really sounds like an American supercar, huh? Oh my gosh. Yeah, these cars are pretty slept on, dude. I honestly, like, I was complaining about how much money I had tied up into this car, but after really getting it to this point, driving it, having the exhaust on it now, I can't even really complain. It feels very good. Quite worth the price, I'll say that. I just put it in track mode for like actually the first time I think ever, maybe. and the steering is so much tighter. Not even just like a little noticeable, but very noticeable. And the trans even shifts different. It shifts a lot smoother. What? Okay. Golly, this thing feels good. A C8 would be an absolutely incredible track car. Well, whoever wins this giveaway, if y'all decide to take the cash option, you don't want the Corvette, hey, that's probably what I would do, honestly. I would turn this into a dedicated track build. God, that'd be so nasty. Sounds good, dude. What the heck? Dang. Brakes feel so good too. Oh my gosh. Dude, this car is sick. I can't even play actually. What the heck? Thing sounds really good, dude. It's crazy because inside of the car, you can't even hardly tell it's that loud, but I can hear it reverberating off of the trees and everything back behind me. The car's cockpit sound deadening just does so freaking good, you almost wouldn't even notice it. I'm gonna get you guys some flyby clips real quick, because it is like, it sounds so quality and crisp, I can't even get enough of that. That is nuts to me. So good. I'm genuinely impressed at the quality of this thing. I mean, honestly, I'm not shocked though, to be real, because I've had a few of the exhausts already and they are just nuts to me every time. It's like they really know how to pull the best tones out of each engine and really emphasize those tones. Most exhausts that you would see, they're just so loud and raspy, but the thing about Valvetronic that I always love, I've always said, I just don't like the loudest exhaust possible. I really like a crisp tone that has volume and I guess kind of like a bass feel behind it. And man, they deliver that so well. All right, let's get it. Dude, yeah, no, this thing sounds good. God, I am in love. All right, one more good one. Okay, yep, I really have a whole lot more respect for this car. Yeah, I feel like this car really would be absolutely perfect now if it just had a little bit more power. I really want to take it out to the track stock and see what it would do at the drag strip, but also at Atlanta Motorsports Park where we do our little road racing. It'd be cool to see what lap time it could set out there. I bet it'd be pretty quick already being stock NA. Well, I guess not stock anymore, but exhaust, that's still pretty much stock in my book. It would be really cool though to get like a stock number for drag racing and also at amp before the turbos, and then after the turbos go back and see what it does at the track. Both tracks, I guess. Quarter mile and also around the track, if it makes any difference. I'd be really curious to know. And just like that, we are back. From a completely totaled car to a super sick C8 in just a few videos, really. I mean, I can't even say it wasn't a long time. It took a lot of work. I can't even downplay it. But guys, that is probably gonna be a wrap for today's video. Don't forget, you can go grab entries in to win this car right now at Assist6.com. I'm just saying. And this is only the beginning. Trust me on that. New content inbound heavily. If you guys missed last video with the black car, you definitely gotta go check it out. We put some street wheels on it. We threw a whole new freaking interior on this car. Oh yeah, you can't miss that. Got our new tire machine set up, tried it out. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, see you guys next upload.